How about unlimited paternity leave? Now, this particular child, not a fan of dad staying there that long, but if it was unlimited, it was Connell, unlimited. Microsoft has followed suit right now, saying it is taking its 8-week leave policy, extending it to 12 weeks, but no one tops Netflix on this unlimited offer that you could take in chunks if you want. I believe in Microsoft you could do the same. But these companies obviously feeling the pressure to keep their workers happy. I've got Gerri Willis with us, Connell McShane, Ashley Webster. The argument for this on the part of Netflix's Tony Kranz, I guess their chief talent officer, Ashley, was that Netflix's continued success hinges on us competing for and keeping the most talented individuals in their fields. Going on to say experience shows people perform better at work when they're not worrying about home.
I think that's true. I think it's important, the work-life balance, Neil. And but to the point, it's Silicon Valley battling it out with each other for what kind of benefits they can offer, A, to keep their top talent and to attract others. And this will go on and on. It's interesting that Microsoft, we notice, is also upping their ante as well. I don't think we're going to see this spread across the country. I think it's a Silicon Valley thing, a big tech company thing, but I don't see other companies jumping on board.
What if it does catch on?
Well, you know, the politicians talk about it all the time, right? Sure. Work-life balance, these companies, they need to do more, pay more money. I don't think that's the way to do it, just like I don't think the government should impose a higher minimum wage. They should let companies decide it.
Through and through.
I am indeed. You know,
what's wrong
do you
with
need the people? Do you need them to stay? Give them better benefits, give them better pay.
Who needs the kids? I mean, really,
population boom coming.
They're needy. What do you think?
Data does show, though, that these types of policies have helped with retention rates. I mean, I saw one of the Google executives quoted as saying when they did something similar, not quite as generous as Netflix, but when they upped their benefits, they noticed that new mothers were more likely to stay with the company longer. So,
and they found out, too, that they don't take the full time.
Right, exactly.
Knowing that they can.
I think that's true when you're sick days. They found that in the past. If you put a limit on things like this, people are going to go right up to the limit. That's what the incentives
Yes, Connell, we know that.
Exactly right.
Yeah. But if you make today.
If you make them unlimited, well, give me a minute.
If you make them mailing it in. Yeah.
If you make them unlimited, then you know, then people won't take as many. That's true for a lot of different things.
But you argued actually that it's a Silicon Valley kind of unique issue for now.
I do. I do not see the other big companies unless they feel the pressure to do so. But I think
it's about keeping talent. They want to keep
competitive in that tech
What if you're in an
world.
industry where that's not as pressing?
No, I don't think so. I mean, they will probably say, look, they're doing it here. I don't know whether they're going to find sympathetic ears, though. I
always wonder, too, when they talk about retaining good talent. Well, if they're taking upwards of a year off, they're retained. I understand that.
How important could they be?
Right.
That's a very good question.
My sister-in-law manages a company in Canada, and they have similar policies. And she says it's a real pain to try to fill those gaps when people go on maternity leave because they're gone for months.
But the argument gets back to what you were saying, Connell. I mean, if it does, you know, get more loyal workers on board and other workers are seeing it and they see how loyal it is. But isn't it going to lead to resentment, to touch on Gerri's point?
It has in the past. I mean, that's always been a back and forth between, I think, people who are married and people who are not in the workforce. There have been studies done on that, and people have personal experience with it. And also people, men and women in the workforce over the years, they've looked at that, and there are people who have resentment. But I think that, you know, times have changed, obviously, and that we do it in our own families where we're balancing with husband and wife between work and life and home. And this gets talked about in the prism of women all the time, but it's important to a lot of men, too, because they want to spend time with their kids, and if their wives work a lot, then they're out of the house more often.
We could go like Sweden. Sweden gives mom and dad 480 days off for the first 8 years of the child's life. And they can take that in any way they want, but that's the law.
They're not a superpower.
They're not, but they're blonde and they're happy.
They are blonde and gorgeous. You're right about that.